This is Lucy. I'm Suzanne Ridgway. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to take everything out of my spare freezer and get rid of some of the ice. Take everything out, put it back. I'm going to try using some of my under the shelf organizers to create more space in my freezer so I can house some of the quick heat needs for easy grab. But first, smash on that subscribe word, tap on that bell, give this video a big thumbs up. When we get to 1,200, we're going to issue out two $10 Dollar Tree gift cards, one for new subscribers, one for people who comment. We're also going to issue out one 5-item prize pack valued at $6.25 for either commenters or new subscribers. Just make sure that you are U.S. citizens and that you haven't won in the past 60 days, and of course be subscribed. Before I even do a meal planning video next, I need to know what's in this freezer, so let's get cleaning it out. This is not a self-defrost freezer, and before I meal plan for the rest of March and part of April, I need to go into it, take everything out and see what's available, update my inventory list, and clean it out. I'm going to go ahead and open it so you can see it. There's not much ice here, but I want to get it removed. I'm going to start taking things out and make consolidate bags. I have a couple of nifty things here. I'm hoping that it's going to help with staying organized in this freezer here. My carcass. I have to use my carcass because I make bone broth soup if you're new. I have this bacon. I need to use this. I'm going to keep this out for tomorrow. Got ribs. This is a rack rib or a roast or a prime rib. I'm not sure. I think it's a prime rib from last year. They look like pork chops. I buy my food bulk. And this is a whole chicken. Nope, that's more prime rib. I think he bought a big one and then just cut it into different meals. This is chicken breast. I don't know the date on it. It's not quite a year old, so that's good. I might take that out Thursday for Sunday. I'm going to start by scraping off some of this size. There doesn't appear to be any ice on the lower shelves. Now we're going to take everything out of here. And I'm going to write down what I have. Then add all the inventory to my phone and update it if needed. I'm going to try to get some of this ice out. I usually use a knife. Just be very careful. If you don't wear glasses, wear safety goggles. The ice can go flying. You're just going to continue scraping all the ice. And then grab a towel, an old one. You want to get this part off the front of it here. Always be careful when working with sharp objects. And I just discard the ice in the tub and let it melt with hot water. And I use my broom to sweep it. So you can see me take out the stuff here. I already started scraping out some ice. Stuff I forgot we had. Those are great for snacking, quick lunches. The butter, pizza, ground beef, There's about 2 pounds of ground beef in that bag. I have 2 meals of pork chops, 2 of the pizzas. French toast sticks are probably empty. I can't stand it when my kids do that. Half a bag, so at least they weren't empty. So I'm going to put these in my freezer in the kitchen in the bag there. I don't know how long this has been in there. See if Jack will eat it, as long as it's not more than a year. I don't need butter. I got like 2 or 3 pounds of butter here. Comes out really easily. It's about 4 pounds of ground beef. They look like pork ribs. Tyson chicken strips. We make quick lunches for dinner with those and stir fries. And the kids are like waffles. These are really good. Those I bought recently. Jacqueline likes pot pies from time to time. I'm just going to scrape it on the floor here. And I'll sweep it up. All the ice came off. I'm going to take my under the shelf organizer here. I think it's going to fit. That one's too big. I have a small one. My family does not use the organizations very well that I put in place. Let's see if make sure this closes before we do this here. I don't think that's going to close. I need to scrape off a little more ice. I would love to be able to use that to create a little more space in my freezer for things like pot pies. It's starting to crack a little bit. I'm going to try that again with the small one because the big one won't even fit. That'll put back in my cabinet. It is useful for housing new packages of plastic bags. If that stays in place, it might stay shut. Let's try it again. There you go. I'm going to sweep up the floor. We'll be right back. So you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to put these little pot pies on this extra shelf here in the freezer. I picked this up at Big Lots, I believe it's called, or Ocean State Job Lots, one of those. So play around with it. Those mozzarella sticks are going to need to get eaten soon. They've been there for a little bit. You can fit a couple side by side here. And let's see what I can put down here on the bottom shelf underneath the organizer. And I will do the shelf below once some of the stuff off the table is out of the way. I like to put all the heat and eats in one area. My husband picked up this pie. It's a really great price at Walmart before the prices went up. Play around with it. Don't put anything too heavy on it. push it towards the back there. That bacon I'm going to keep out for tomorrow. I use these in my Dollar Tree dinners. They're real beef. They're not 80% lean or anything, but they're not fake. This is Field's cookies. Go up there on a little saver here. Butter there. I got a lot of butter. Up here, I'm going to start putting back the prime rib pieces, as well as the chicken breast. I have about 4 pounds ground beef here. One of them's going to have to come out for tomorrow for meatballs. Some steaks. That's going to be for Saturday. We're going to do air fryer steaks. Not warm enough here in New York to grill yet. Pork ribs. Pork chops. I'm having pork chops tonight, so we'll have this in the middle of March. We'll have that in the middle of April. The following weekend, my husband wants one of these prime ribs. Here's the other one right here. I took that bacon out. I'm going to keep it out. That shelf is looking good on the top. I'll show you what it looks like. I have the split chicken breast in there. We'll put back the ground beef. There's 2 pounds here. And that is a prime rib. Confirmed by my husband. Make sure it stays there. I'm going to put them both next to each other. I bought a big one and had it cut to size for separate meals. These are pork ribs. So I have 1 set of pork ribs, 1 set of pork chops on the top of the ground beef. I'm going to keep a set of ground beef out for Italian night tomorrow night for our sauce night. Pork chops, so I have 2 meals of this. This is my carcass when I make bone broth. I save my bones. And this seems to be working well. I'm going to take everything out of this last shelf right above the basket. I'm going to decant this box of Jimmy Dean sausages here. I'm in here because my other freezer is currently full. There was really nothing left in that French toast stick box. They were all broken in pieces. So I ditched it. I'm going to put the wings up here on the top too. And this can go down to the recycle bin. And this bag's not open yet. We get them at Walmart for a pretty fair price. A lot better than Tyson's ridiculous price. Now, this is my other bag of carcass. I want to keep them together. So I'm going to put them on this top shelf here with the other bag. Just going to move these breakfast sandwiches over here. And then we're going to organize this. That bread. I don't know how old this is. These are really good from the Dollar Tree. That is a rack of rib. Not that other thing that I thought was. My other bag of shrimp. Now I know I don't have to buy a stir fry because I used the rest of my bell peppers yesterday. Put some of the smaller things right in the front here. I wish both the shelves fit in here because that would have been ideal. I'll be making chicken chili with this. About half in the bag. The produce I'm going to prop up onto the table here. And we're going to go through the basket and see what's in it before we put it back. And that was not ground beef. This is the ground beef. They were steaks, and that looks like pork ribs. Let's get this basket gone through. You can see what's in here. We've been making little smoothies lately into them. I don't have to buy a lot of meat. Keep that out for breakfast tomorrow because we keep the freezer fully stocked. That's why a lot of times we don't have meats or produce in our hauls. And I don't buy apples unless it's applesauce because we go to the farm up the road from here. We go apple picking with the kids once a year, and we buy a ton of apples, and then I make applesauce and apple muffins and things. I have a lot of broccoli, it looks like. That must be my husband's. That's why he's got the hot sauce packet. The Jimmy beans are in here. There's the hot sauce packet. These are from the Dollar Tree and they're really good. I'm going to put the bird's eye to the front. I want to put the Dollar Tree stuff in the front, right here. And then the rest of the vegetables will go in the back. We have 1 broccoli, 2 broccoli, bird's eye corn, green beans. There's a hot pocket there. Got 3 broccolis, so we don't need broccoli. We have snap peas. We got some berry medley. That can go on top of the Dollar Tree stuff. I got broccoli cuts from Dollar Tree. These are really good. And I have their stir fry, which is peppers and onions. I have Dollar Tree corn. The breakfast sandwich is done inside here. Let's leave the one out for tomorrow. So you have to do a defrost and then a heat now. You have to take it out of the package and wrap it in paper towels. They updated how to cook them. I'm going to lay that right on top because Jacqueline's been doing a lot of smoothies lately. Now we're going to put this back into the freezer. I'm going to finish sweeping up the mess here. And I'll show you what it looks like. I have a ton of loose sandwiches and ground beef. And before this project's completely done and organized, I really love that under the shelf organizer there. I want to use this mug shelf and chicken wire basket from the Dollar Tree into this shelf here with all those boxes and the loose sandwiches to get that organized and a little better. See what I'm doing? And keep all the sandwiches out. And fit in as many as I can. I have a couple of these chicken wire baskets. I usually pick them up by 2s at the Dollar Tree. I'm taking off this butter here. I think I'm going to take one out so I have it on hand for my videos and ready to go. And put it in front of the pie there. And the rest of the sandwich can stay back there on top of the pie. My husband took one of these out, so that's going to come out the box. And I'll just stick it right here so you can see it. I'm going to take these back out. And play around with it here. Get these organized as best as I can. I grabbed the other chicken water basket here. I'm going to stick the beef patties right on top. What I'm going to do here, before we put anything back in, just going to take out that water basket for a moment. I don't think it's going to work on this shelf because of this one, so I'm going to try it down on the bottom there. Moving forward, I'm going to go like this. Nice horizontal storage here. This is going to look so much better. I'm going to take out everything on the bottom again, because I want to utilize that mug wrap somehow. I added 2 chicken wire baskets for all the loose stuff there. Then the small boxes are on this extra shelf that I added into the freezer. I can easily grab my turkey out just by taking that out. And if I need to remove that, it'll come right out. The pie is behind the second chicken wire basket. All the bagged chicken is at the bottom that you can't see, and I'll show you in a moment. And all my meats for dinner are on the top shelf. All the meats are up here for easy grab. Pork, chicken, and beef. Then the second shelf are all my quick heat eats with the extra storage shelf. Then I added chicken wire baskets. Put all the bagged chicken down at the bottom, and at the very bottom is all the produce. The mug shelf will not fit in here, no matter what I did, so I'll find another place in my home for it. That is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me today. I know exactly what's in my freezer now. In another few days, I'm going to be doing a meal planning video, and it'll be a lot easier for me knowing what I have on hand. And I know exactly what I have for vegetables and won't have to overbuy or underbuy. And that will save you money on your food bill as well. So does meal planning. Before we go, don't forget to go over to Mom of 4 Boys and subscribe to her channel. Don't forget about our giveaways. Tap on my subscribe word, smash on that bell. Give this video a big thumbs up.